Hi, this is Emma from Unique Phoenix, and welcome to Worthy Wednesday because you are worthy of great love, both giving and most definitely receiving. Let's talk about guilt and how does it impact your life? How does it affect the decisions that you make? Do you make them through guilt? And when I say guilt, quite often we talk about when we feel bad. Oh, I felt bad that they couldn't go to or do this, so I did this. And I just wonder how often are you making choices around that, around feeling guilty that you're not doing enough, that they. And I'm a parent of three, so I understand that I've had to absolutely move through making decisions around guilt. Oh, they're missing out, or they're this, or I feel bad because one got this and the other. No, that's a parent trap. And it's a tough one to move through because we live in a world that's so much stuff coming at them. And, my kids, like yours, have access to internet and shopping and looking at things, and I need this. And so you're having to move them through and understand, they don't actually need that. And I don't need to make up for what they have or compare you to someone else, or just because they do that in their family doesn't mean that we do it in our family. Absolutely. And health choices. How many of your health choices are around guilt? Oh, I can't have that because, you know, it's, I've been working so hard and that will just ruin everything if I eat that. And we kind of lose a sense of balance. And also we forget to eat intuitively, eat what we need at the time that we need it. There is a lot of guilt around having 3 meals a day, and it's sort of pushed onto us, isn't it? And there's so many different ways of nourishing our bodies. So I just want to put that out to you. How much guilt rules your life? How many decisions do you make because you kind of feel bad or kind of feel like you have to? What sits underneath that is guilt. Now, when people are active and enjoy exercise and get out there, it is quite often led through a have to, but it's also led through I want to be healthy. And I definitely have to get up every day and exercise. That's just part of my day and part of how much energy I have and what I need to put out there. Absolutely. But why I used to exercise was actually driven by guilt. I grew up with a parent who wasn't able to have the same fitness aspects of their life as I was, it took me a long time to understand that there's choices around that. What we put into our bodies, how we nourish them, what we learn, what we have to unlearn, all that kind of stuff. So it took me a long time to unlearn that and not exercise through guilt, exercise through enjoyment. Because I do love it. I do love it, love getting up, love working out, love all the aspects of the different ways that I nourish my physical body. But also through food as well. For any women watching this that have had babies and have had to lose some weight after a baby, or not had to, but wanted to, I wanted to, because I definitely did not feel light at all. And so, even the food that I was putting into my mouth, there was a lot of guilt around it. And so then I was structured eating. And then there's guilt around that. Well, I'm not eating at this time and I'm eating too much and I'm eating da-da-da. So a lot of our decisions that we make every day are based on not necessarily because we feel it's good for us or it helps us and it supports us to nourish our mind, body and soul. It's because we feel bad if we don't. And not feel bad, we feel guilty. And it could be because we've grown up with a particular idea or we've had an experience as a kid. And so therefore we don't do the thing that's good for us because we've had this really negative experience, and that kind of, is blurred with it all. Guilt's a minefield, and it's also bullshit. Now, guilt-free living, absolutely, absolutely possible. And it's not just possible, it can be. When I work with clients, we get underneath all the guilty decisions and the thoughts that go on in the head and start to understand how much they impact their life. Because they do. So really, all I'm doing today is handing that to you to have a look at. How much guilt rules your life, rules the decisions that you make, how you nourish your mind, how you nourish your body. Do you always go to the same place every year because you go with people and you feel bad if you don't go with them? Hey, I know people that holiday together every single year and absolutely love it. And that's amazing. That's not driven by, that's a have to because they want to spend time together. Who are you spending time in your life because you feel guilty if you don't? Is that how you want your relationships to feel? Now, guilt can be absolutely a great tool to use, and that's something that we do in coaching to, work that skill and understand how it can be used and how it can be used for your benefit. However, if it's ruling your life, is it for your benefit? So, how many of your decisions today are driven by guilt? How much does it impact the steps that you take, the food that you're eating, the people that you're hanging out with, the actions that you're taking, the things that you're buying? If you would like to alleviate that, then please, let's begin. Let's have a conversation and see how I can support you in moving through that and moving to the guilt-free living, because it absolutely is possible. But for now, it really is a beautiful awareness to start sinking into how much guilt impacts the choices that you make. How many areas of your life? It's something to have a look at, to become aware of. Please don't feel guilty about feeling guilty. There's so many reasons why we do. Mostly bullshit. And very few of them are real and something that you actually need to feel bad about. If you'd like help walking through this, then absolutely shoot me a message and let's begin. And otherwise, enjoy having a look at that. Enjoy asking yourself the question and moving through to the guilt-free living. Thanks so much for sharing your time with me today, and I look forward to seeing you next time on Worthy Wednesday. Please remember, be yourself, because there's only one of you and we need you. And feel good for being you, because you're the only person who can. See ya. Thanks so much for sharing your time and energy. Enjoy your beautiful day.